how's it going? Today, if you saw the title of the video, obviously you did. Today we're going to be talking about my thoughts on the trailer for Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, I'm just going to start the video off by saying people are going to disagree with me. One, two, people are not going to like my opinions, and three, I don't think I had a three. But I expect people to disagree with me and probably potentially attack me for my opinions. I don't know. I don't have the most agreeable opinions sometimes, and this is definitely one of those times. And it has nothing to do with, well, I guess we get to that later. And it just really boils down to the fact that I don't like Miles Morales as a character. Some people already automatically are thinking, oh, he's just a troll, he just doesn't like what's popular, whatever. That's not the case. I've actually read comics. I've actually read specifically Ultimate Spider-Man, which the first game, Spider-Man PS4, and everything going forward with this franchise or universe they've established with this video game, everything is based off that Ultimate Universe. All the opinions in this video are mine. I have not talked to anybody about my opinions on the game. I have not watched any videos from other reactions or anything like that. So this is 100% my genuine thoughts and everything like that. And I'll probably end up doing a separate video on Miles Morales as a character and why I think, one, he's a bad character, and two, mostly why he's a bad character. And then I guess two, why he's so popular and well received. Because there's pretty obvious reasons for it, and then there's less obvious reasons for it. Obvious reasons being he's a character of color taking on the mantle of a popular character. That definitely contributes to him as a character, and then also the success of the Into the Spider-Verse animated movie obviously made him spike in popularity. Before that movie, I wouldn't guess many people would know who Miles Morales was, and then all of a sudden he shot up in popularity, both in pop culture and with the nerds. So that's just kind of like my brief little thing on Miles. I don't think he's, based on everything from the comics, he's not a good character. He's a bad character. If you don't believe me or you have differing opinions, again, I am talking about the comic books. I am talking about Ultimate Spider-Man from the point of Peter dying to the point of when they collapse the universes and through the Ultimate Universe into the 616 mainline continuity Marvel Universe. I got so bored and thought the books were so bad, in fact, that I legitimately stopped reading them, and it wasn't a money thing. It was, this is on DC Universe, and I'm just bored with the story they're telling with this character. So up until Catalyst or Cataclysm, when they joined the universes, I have no idea what they did with his character after that. I think he at some point joined the Champions, which is honestly just team diversity. It's when they threw Miss Marvel, Ironheart, and just like all the younger, not so popular, newer, diversity push characters into a team and just threw them out to the wind and did whatever with them. So getting back to the main game, I already have a bias because I don't like Miles Morales as a character. Now that being said, the way he was handled in the first game is very good. I actually really like what they did with it. They put a little bit of a spin on his character, making him older than he was in the comics when he became Spider-Man, spoiler alert, killing off his dad, who was part of the police. In the comics, he was not that, so that's a little bit different. That's one of those things I think they took from the Spider-Verse movie when they were making the game. Potentially, unless somehow in the 616 universe they made his dad a cop. That wasn't the case. At one point he was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but he was never law enforcement, and he had an aversion to violence. So that's a cool little spin. They killed off his dad and tried to give him the whole, hey, here's your Uncle Ben moment. That little thing with him jumping on the roof with Spider-Man, like that was pretty cool. I don't think they ever really mentioned his mom in the first game. But that's fine. She's not that important, honestly. Or she wasn't in either the comics at all either, actually. Well, I can't say that because, spoiler alert again, in comics, she does die, and he takes this is, again, another one of the reasons I just don't like him as a character. Instead of embracing his hero life, he's like, oh, I'm just done being a hero. And then the time skip jumps over a year, and he's still not being a hero, and he's still... I'll make a separate video on why I think Miles is a bad character. But, so getting down to it, right after the success of Spider-Man PS4, they, instead of going with Spider-Man 2, decided to release Miles Morales. Now, yes, I have seen on the internet that they're not done with Peter. They didn't off-screen kill him. They're not going to kill him in this game. As a matter of fact, I've seen a couple reports suggesting that this is actually just like a prelude or just like a filler story between PS4 or Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. If that's the case, dope. I just think it's early to introduce Miles. So obviously I've mentioned the comics several times already because apart from the comics and Into the Spider-Verse, there's no source material for Miles Morales. There's no other really games he's ever been used in apart from like mobile games, which those stories don't matter. I'm sorry, it's just not a thing. And then some console games, I think he was in Ultimate Alliance 3. Other than that, I don't know if he's been in any other games. I don't think he was in Capcom or Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I don't think so, but I didn't play it, so I couldn't say concrete for sure. So moving on from that, again, I'm going to reference the comics a lot because that is the majority of where he's been. And so obviously they make him older and everything like that. In the comics, he only took over as Spider-Man or became a Spider-Man. I think it was months following Peter Parker's death. Spoiler alert. If you didn't know that already, I'm sorry. If you saw Into the Spider-Verse, you have a rough idea anyway. So with that being said, it's kind of weird that they're bringing in Miles already as a sub-hero. If Peter's still around, maybe he's like training him or something. But I don't need a whole game of Peter training Miles. I think that was one of the best part of, or one of the best parts of Miles, his own story, was Peter was already dead, so he had to learn how to be a Spider-Man on his own, kind of like representing himself and all the various things that comes with a new hero. Although he's not that original, he's not original at all. Okay? So real quick, people, I get into not really arguments, not even really debates sometimes with people like Miles as a character. People say, "Oh, he's original," or "Oh, he's got different things that make him different from Peter," but it's like not really. They made him a dumber version and less heroic. He's a dumb, less heroic version of Peter. If you want to count like the power differences, like he can shock people and he can kind of go invisible, and that's the only difference. He doesn't know how to make his own webs. His best friend has to make them for him. He's not that smart. He's actually quite dumb, especially in the comics. Like he's so dumb. He does so many dumb things and falls into so many dumb traps and just all kinds of craziness. He's a worse version of Peter Parker. Is simply what it comes down to. So I just don't like the character. I think Into the Spider-Verse is a good movie, and I just leave it at that. That'll be a separate video, I'm sure. So again, just rolling back to the whole filler between the two games. I don't really need it. I don't really care about it. I'm probably I don't know if it's only a PS5. I'm probably not going to get it for at least a couple of years because that's really unnecessary. First of all, for one game, and two, I'm main Xbox anyway. I canceled my PlayStation Plus membership like months ago, and I haven't even plugged my PlayStation in probably 3 or 4 months. So it's not a big deal for me. Although I do want to see what they do with the story. If they just use this as an opportunity to set up villains in the future, is this going to be a full price full game, like $60 for a full game or whatever? I'm really confused because if they're not doing, I don't know. Because my ideal situation, like the way I was thinking they were going to do the franchise was, kind of like set up Miles in the first game, and then in the second game, you do whatever you got to do, but conclude that game with killing off Peter, and then launch into Miles Morales. So he's got some training under his belt, but he's going to have to learn how to be a hero on his own. Because again, that's one of the best parts of his character from the beginning was he had to do it on his own. He had to figure it out. He had to take up this legacy and figure out how to be a hero. So I'm not crazy about the idea of him having a teacher because again, that's just it was that was my favorite part of Miles' character, and I don't even like Miles as a character. I think he's bad. So that's what I would have done because there's too much with Peter Parker to do. Like there's the whole marriage with Mary Jane and deal with the devil if you want to go that route, or if you want to go the route of Otto Octavius living and switching bodies, and you can go the Superior Spider-Man route. Like there's Spider-Man lore is like one of the biggest in this is probably an exaggeration, but he's got like one of the deepest and most expansive lores because just how much craziness is done with this character. That's not even including Spider-Verse. You want to talk about Spider-Verse, there's even more crazy things they can do. They can do an entire game just based on Spider-Verse, bring in different versions and all this craziness. Like, I don't know. part of me, now that I'm speaking out loud and talking about all this, part of me thinks they might not even kill off Peter at all. And if they don't, awesome. Then they'll probably just treat it like the 616 universe after Miles got rolled into the main continuity, where it's just two Spider-Mans are just kind of doing their own separate things within New York. Because New York is a big place. I mean, you play PS4 Spidey, you can see like Jessica Jones's. I forgot what her investigation company is called, but you can find that in the game. You can find Nelson and Murdoch, Laws, whatever thingamajiggy. So now that I'm saying it out loud, that's probably the route they're going to go, because I don't think they're going to kill off Peter, well, now anyway, because they're probably just going to keep him concurrent. That might actually be what this game is. So, okay, you came here for the reaction to the trailer. I'm so sorry. The game graphically looks pretty good. It looks like they're going to have to introduce or find a way to introduce into the gameplay mechanics how his cloaking and his shock is going to work exactly. I don't think they'll just replace the costume, the costume ability. I don't think they'll replace it with that, just because, well, they might, but I don't know. It seems like they might give some different things. Instead of as many gadgets, you just bounce around to your powers. Maybe, I don't know. But we'll see. So my just blunt, just thoughts on the game. I'm interested, but I'm not ecstatic. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, Miles Morales is getting his own game," because everybody loves Miles after Into the Spider-Verse. Again, I'm not in that boat, but I'm willing to give it a chance. I hope it turns out good, because I mean, Spider-Man PS4, they really set themselves up for success if they just kept that formula going, just like with the Batman Arkham games. That's something they could ride for years. Just make 5 or 6 Spider-Man games with just interchanging the villains and doing different storylines and things like that. I could definitely see it happening. So I'm excited, especially since I gave it some more thought, and the fact that they might not kill off Peter maybe at all, or they'll give it a few more games. I'm totally okay with that. Insomniac blew my socks off of the first one, and I hope to continue to do so. If more games come out for the PlayStation 5, I might sell my PS4 and get a PlayStation 5, or try to do something with that, because there might be some other games worth that will make it will justify buying probably a $400 or $500 system. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things up in the air right now, but we'll see. It does look good, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes from it more than I am for the actual game. But yeah, so I would say about maybe 80-20, 75-25 on the excitement level. I'm not all the way there like some people are, because again, I'm just not a fan of the character. But if they end up doing something good with this character, like Spider-Verse turned him into a better character, totally understand that. But if they keep doing that and they make him a better character and they make it worth having his own game, then I'm down for it. But if he's just getting his own game because of he's just a popular character because of the diversity thing, I'm gonna be less there about it, if you know what I'm saying. I want these characters that. Okay, so what I mean by diversity characters is, so Marvel and DC, more Marvel than DC, created a bunch of characters of minorities just for the sake of them being a minority. Whether it was Miss Marvel with her, I can't remember what exactly she is, but her Middle Eastern background. Ironheart is obviously African American. Miles Morales, I think his mom was Puerto Rican, so he's a black Puerto Rican. And you read their material, and they're not good characters. They're really not. They were simply created because they're a minority. And there's the whole diversity thing. Oh, we want to make more characters that are diversified, so we can say we care about diversity. It's that kind of thing. And again, Into the Spider-Verse made him more than that and trying to make him his own character. But I want them to continue doing that. I don't want them to just include these characters simply because they're a minority, if that makes sense. As a Mexican American, I don't want to see some dude just there because he's Mexican American. I want him to be a meaningful character if you're going to make or create him and include him in something. I think that's the worst kind of pandering, is just, hey, here's a character, you're like us now. That's so dumb. So I hope they do something in this game that will constitute him having his own game, first of all, and then second of all, will make him a better character moving forward. Like I said before, they've already done a good job of like setting that up for him to be his own rich character. We just got to wait and see how it plays out. But if the same writing team is on it, I will actually say that I have some faith in them pulling it off. So I guess you could say I'm a little more excited than I was before, especially after talking through it. And I haven't really talked to anybody about the game, so this is good. I like it. I put some more thought into it, and it's like, maybe this won't be as bad as I originally thought. Especially since I like thought about it some more, and in the first game, it's like, okay, he wasn't just some character they just threw in. It's like they had an intention for him, and they took careful steps to set him up to be a good character moving forward. And I really want to see that expanded upon. I don't want him to just have his own game because of who he is, you know. So you could say I'm more excited than when I started filming the video. That's definitely for sure. But I still expect some people to just disagree with me on my opinions of Miles Morales as a character, and that's fine. If you want to have a debate about it, you can hit me up in the comments, or you can send me a business email or whatever. All that stuff's in the description. So that being said, that's gonna wrap it up today, or this week. We're gonna get 4 videos. I'm gonna do obviously this video I'm recording Monday night, and it's gonna go up Tuesday. Excuse me. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are gonna be recorded footage from my mobile games that I play. I'm actually super excited about it. I wanted to do it better, but I had to put off buying the things to upgrade my PC in order to do so. So I found a different way to record, and I'm going to post that footage. I've been trying to do this for a while because I want to share my interest with other people. I mean, I said that right from the get-go with the first video, the intro to the channel video. So I'm really excited. This is going to be the first time I'm showing my mobile game habits and stuff like that. It's just one of the games I play. It's called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and there's a game mode within that called Grand Arena Championship, and it's over the course of a week, you fight 3 battles against other players, and it's pretty cool. I explain it more in the video, but I'm pretty excited to share that. I've been wanting to for a while now, and yeah, it should be a good time. I hope you guys enjoy that. So yeah, 4 videos this week, and then I'll get cracking on the next 3 for next week. I'm going to get back to my normal schedule. Last week was my birthday, so I took some time off. I was pretty busy between work and the baby, and just trying to get stuff ready for this Saturday, which is another trip up to Denver, so I'm super excited about that. So all that being said, thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video and sat through me ranting about different topics throughout. Probably going to do another collab here in a couple weeks with your boy JC again. I think this time we're going to talk some more specifically about the Marvel Universe. I think I want to do maybe like a phase 1 discussion video. I think that would be pretty fun, and I think that would be fun for you guys to watch. So again, thank you all if you made it to the end of the video, and thank you all, everybody that's been supporting me. It means so much. I really do appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.